My name is John. This is, of course, the Metro Minute, brought to you by Metro Entertainment, located in downtown Santa Barbara at 6 West Anapamu, open from 10 to 7 daily. And we've got a whole bunch of reviews for you this week, just like always. This week, we've got Joe, who's doing a review, and if you've ever been into our shop, you know Joe is our generally games resident. However, he reads a prolific number of comic books. He came in, did a little review for us. She's been missing for a while. We found her. We'll explain later. Carla came in and did an extra review for us this week as well. Mack's done reviews. I'm doing reviews. I don't have time. Reviews all around.
Hey, I'm Joe, and today I'm going to be reviewing BPRD Plague of Frogs Volume 3. Dark Horse has been putting out collections of the original BPRD series, and they are wonderful. They're all in paperback, and they're super cheap. 3 volumes per book. You can pick up the whole 12-volume run of BPRD. They're super cheap. They're wonderful. I also wanted to review really quickly something that's recently come back into print, Josh Fialkov's Tumor. If you want a book that's like part noir, part memento, a little bit of like mind-bending time weirdness, this is a great book for you. It's a wonderful story. It has a really emotional finish. Really great book.
Hi, I'm Carla, and I'm here to remind you that if you're watching Agent Carter weekly and thrilling to the adventures of super cool, super spy, woman kicking ass, taking action, you need to get yourself a copy of Operation Sin by Catherine Immonen and Rich Ellis, where Agent Carter has to start new and fresh from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Agent Carter here in Operation Sin has the opportunity to use the vast resources of the Marvel Universe to pull in all sorts of awesome history. Right now they're traveling through Russia, fighting aliens, hanging with Howard Stark, and there's a very unusual man who can turn into a bear. You need to read this book. I also have this week Moon Knight Volume 1 by Warren Ellis and Declan Shelby. This is a fantastic series for people who are not really into comics and are a little unsure about who Moon Knight is. These are simple, done-in-one, brilliantly drawn, clear, concise stories about a mysterious superhero who may have an ancient god buried in his brain. If you like short, quick adventures that are a little heady on the intelligence scale, but also give sharp, quick action, Moon Knight Volume 1 is for you.
Hi, I'm Amy with the Metro Minute, and this week I wanted to talk to you about the first issue of a 3-part special Avengers event called Avengers: Ultron Forever. So this book is a team book, but it's unlike any team book you've ever seen before. Written by Al Ewing, it combines Avengers from the past, present, and future to help stop the world from being destroyed by Ultron, because if he gets control of the world, then everything, past, present, and future, is gone. So Dr. Doom, of all people, decides that it's time for the Avengers to assemble to defeat Ultron, and he summons from the present Black Widow and Vision, from the past Iron Man, who's Colonel Rhodes, and the Hulk and one Thor, and then from the future he takes Danielle Cage and the new Thor. And so he brings them all together in one book, and they've got to stop Ultron, who has somehow become the All-Father. And another book I wanted to talk about, this one is a bit more mature. It's from Image Comics, and it's called Rat Queens. And it's basically what you would get if a bunch of your friends got drunk and started playing D&D, and then wrote it down into a clever little comic book. It's about a band of 4 female thieves called the Rat Queens, and they are a menace, an absolute menace to the city of Palisade, who wants them dead. So they're on a fight against mercenaries who are coming after them, but they soon find out that they've got bigger problems than the hired mercenaries from the mayor of Palisade, and so they've got to get out there and figure out what's going to destroy the entire world. This one is a trade paperback, first 5 issues, and it's at the low introductory Image price of $9.99, and we just got a couple of these back in stock. So if you're interested, the next trade paperback is coming out next month.
Hi, it's Mack again, and today I'm going to be talking about the all-new Batman and Robin annual. It's the 3rd annual since the New 52 started, but the great thing about annuals is that they're always one-shot original stories, so you don't have to worry about having read anything else. But I am a big fan of Batman and Robin, not only the title, but also just the team in general. I love when you have Batman and Robin working together as a team, and I think the two of them really complement each other, and if you're a fan at all of the dynamic duo and just the great quips that can come from the two of them teaming up, then I definitely recommend picking this issue up. There's a lot of really fun stuff in it, like Batman. Just to like briefly summarize, Batman and Robin go to the moon and investigate aliens that are using old parts of NASA expeditions to the moon to create a new spaceship so that they can go and turn the Earth into a bunch of mutants. Not that important, but it's just hilarious. I mean, just like seeing Batman and Robin in a moon rover and like stuff like that. Anyway, it's classic. So definitely recommend picking it up if you want like a good solid Batman story. And I also wanted to just do a quick shout out, spotlight to Convergence, which is the new DC event that just started today. Number 0 came out. It's this new DC event basically rewriting DC's continuity again. And if you want to know more, come into the store. And if you're curious about any of the new DC titles that are coming out in June, come on in and we have sign-up sheets ready for all the new DC titles. And there's some really good ones that I'm looking forward to. And oh, I'm sorry, what was that? Ted Cord, did you say something? Ted Cord, Blue Beetle. He's kind of a ham, but in Convergence, there's going to be tons of awesome 2-issue miniseries that take place at different points in DC's continuity, pre-52 and before, obviously. And one of them, yes, I get it, is Blue Beetle's very own story. If you're a Ted Cord fan, pick it up. That's going to be the one I'm most looking forward to. But there's a lot of really cool things in there, like Renee Montoya returning to Becoming the Question again, written by Greg Rucka. So anyway, if you're craving pre-52 DC, come look at what Convergence has to offer.
This week, actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about, just because everybody seems to be still on about Guardians of the Galaxy, myself included. So I don't know if I've talked about this yet. I don't think I have. Guardians team up. Actually super fun. If you're a fan of Guardians, if you're a fan of Avengers, pick it up. It's essentially them showing up on Earth. All kinds of fun ensues. We have all these issues in stock here at Metro. So a worthwhile and fun comic book to check out. There's also a new one. I can't even pretend to know what this one's about. It just showed up today. I thought I'd throw it in because it just falls into the Guardians theme. And it's called Best Story Ever. So how could you go wrong? And this week I actually wanted to discuss... it was the War of the Trenches. And this is written by a gentleman last name Party. And essentially what this does is it chronicles life in the trenches during World War I from the perspective of French soldiers. It is gritty and dark and humorous and just generally frustrating. It's frustrating to read because you sit there and you are watching these men realize the futility of everything that they're doing. Their constant back and forth, their absolute lack of progress in the war. It's really great. We actually got a bunch of copies in because I recommended it to a local teacher who incorporated this into her history class. And if you haven't read it, if you're at all interested in either history pieces or World War I, it's one to check out. And I can't recommend it enough. Mind you, it is not for small children, I guess. It's pretty graphic. And it's not entirely historically accurate, as it is fictionalized accounts of actual things, and it's inspired. A lot of the art is inspired by actual photographs from World War I. So now that we've kicked this off with a nice grim review of a book, I think that's pretty much all we have. Mac, am I missing anything? Star Wars. We have a bunch of Star Wars trade paperbacks from the Dark Horse series, which was actually out of print. We ordered a bunch of those because we knew they were going to be on their way out. They are super awesome. If you want to get like the last little remnants of that Dark Horse trilogy or saga, ever expanding Dark Horse Star Wars universe, well, no longer expanding. Check that out. And then, also, first Saturday in May, come on down to Metro because we've got free comic book day coming up. So, the next time you need to get on down to Comic Book Town, take the Metro.